Hey everybody, I wanted to pop on while we are all quarantined here at home. If you watched my last video, I did my morning skincare routine to show you just kind of how I prep my skin before I do my makeup. And now I'm gonna give you my 5-minute, super quick and easy tutorial on what I do every day on my face. So, I like to keep it super simple, particularly being here in Germany. Europeans tend to wear a little bit less makeup, so it is less of a chore essentially to get ready in the morning. And I want to show you a few of my tricks that I have for people with light, fair skin like I do. So as you can see, your girl is working with alabaster white, crazy pale skin. And because we very rarely see the sun here, I am sort of this shade all year round. I'll show you what I do for my natural skin color, and then if I'm going out and I have a special event, obviously I do spray tan, so I have to be ready for 2 different skin tones. So my first one, after I have done all of my base with my skincare, put on my sunscreen, is I use this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So let's try to show you what this is. So I have never in my life been able to find a foundation that matches my skin tone. I know that there are a lot of people out there like me, particularly those who have darker skin tones where cosmetic lines just don't make shades for them. And I somehow fall in that category too. So I am on the other side of the spectrum. Some lines do a porcelain shade, but the porcelain tends to have kind of a rosy undertone, or it's just too white. And it doesn't work for me. It makes me look like a ghost. But then the next step up is way too tan for me, way too yellow. So I have kind of an interesting skin tone where I don't have rosy undertones, but I don't have olive undertones. It's somewhere where I'm falling in the middle. So the only thing that has ever been able to work for me is this. And what I just started doing, I want to say within the last, 2 weeks, is just using this all over my face. And I'm going to have to try some of the other NARS foundations to see if I can color match for myself. So if anyone is a makeup expert out there, and this is the Light 2 Vanilla. So that's what I use for my face. So obviously I start under my eyes. And this is honestly the easiest thing in the world. I just rub it all over. So there is no special technique. Because this is so small, I constantly have to kind of go back in. Let's see. And then I also have these kind of beautiful purple and blue veins that go around my eyes, which have developed, I don't know, in the last year or 2, thanks aging. So we use this to cover it up. And sometimes I'll use a beauty blender, but if I really want quick and easy on the go, I have this Sigma brush that I like to use. And I think it does a really nice kind of flawless finish for you. And then we do this really technically difficult brushing all over my face. So I'm gonna get myself a little side mirror because it's kind of hard to see in the screen. So we just rub it in. And this brush I think is very, very nice. It's got all these different angles you can see in there. And it helps you get into all the crevices. So I've got a melasma patch up here, which is a little dark spot. It's not so bad in the winter months, but in the summer it gets a little worse. So I just double up on the top with any of the foundation or concealer that I have. So bear with me. Again, you don't have to be a beauty expert to do this. It's the easiest thing in the world. Of course, I can go a little crazy and get technical and do the big super fancy look, but for every day, nobody's got time for that, and I just don't like it. And I want my skin to be able to breathe on a day-to-day basis. So if I'm going to work or I have to go outside, this is what I do. So voila, that is my base. Then I usually move on to my eyebrows, and it's depending on how Madonna-ish I want to look that day. I have 2 different eyebrow pencils that I use. So this is Fling, by MAC. This is, I think, their lightest color that they have, and this is what I think I want to do today. But if I'm a little tanner or I want to just do a little more bold brow, I use the Laura Geller Brow Gel pencil, and this is for, I think, every single hair color. It's a universal pencil, and Laura gifted me this when I was working for her on QVC. It has lasted forever. I have 2 of these, love, love, love it. But today we are gonna use the Fling, because I want something just a little bit lighter. And honestly, this is not rocket science. It's got a double edge, so this one is a little spoolie. I brush my brows up. And sometimes if I am being real lazy and I get my skincare into my eyebrows, you can have some little flakes there, so I just have to brush them out. Then I just kind of follow the natural line of my brow. My tails have started to deteriorate as the years have gone on, which I think is natural when you're getting a little bit older, just because you're sleeping on the sides and it tends to push on that hair follicle, and you'll unfortunately lose those. But I'm a little scared to do microblading or anything like that, so I will just stick to filling them in with my handy dandy pencils here. So just that easy, quick. Then, since I'm so fair, I really have to brush through it pretty well, or the brow is just a little too strong. And so you can see it's not much different, but it is just filling in here and then filling in that tail on the side. Then I try to match the other side, but they say that your eyebrows should be sisters and not twins, and mine some days can be distant cousins, but we do our best. And it's really, if you just follow the natural shape of your brow, if you've either had them shaped before, or if you're one of those very lucky people that just have a beautiful brow, if you follow the natural shape and you don't try to go to, I don't know, Kylie Jenner on your brows, then you're not gonna look back on your photos years from now and say, ah, because you did the crazy brow. So I think my brows fall somewhere in the middle of full, but not full on. Let's say that. So, done with my brow pencil. You can see those bad boys there. They're not perfectly matching, but they look natural enough. Then we move on to put some color on our cheeks. And what I have been using for years, this is ancient and probably should go in the trash. I need to buy a new one, but I hate to throw away anything that I haven't used fully. This is my NARS Contour and Blush Duo. So this has Orgasm is the name of this blush. Because it's so old, everything has come off the back. I am so sorry, I don't know the name of that contour there, but as you can see, I don't use it very much. So I take my MAC blush brush here, and then I really just get the apple of my cheek. And don't worry if you do a little bit too much, because you can always brush it up. Laura Geller taught me another trick. You always want to do your blush in a V there, because it helps warm up your face. And I also sometimes take it on my nose and put a little bit on the bottom of my chin. So again, just the apple of your cheek. You bring it up here. Bing, done. So it's a little, I would say, strong at the moment. And this, my ultimate desert island makeup product is this by Laura Geller, and it is, again, so old. And I'm sorry, Laura, for even putting this on here. This is the Duo Highlighter. This is French Vanilla and Portofino. If you guys have ever seen or complimented my highlight, this is the only product that I will ever use. And again, I've used it so much that it is totally done. So this is the French Vanilla on the side, and then this is the Portofino. So because we don't have any French Vanilla, I'm just gonna use that Portofino, and I really just kind of brush it on the same place that I would do my blush, but just like a touch higher. So do that there. Again, sometimes put it in the same places, and then if I'm feeling extra glitzy, I'll put some onto my eyes just to brighten them up. And you can see that gives that really nice, beautiful highlight. And I think it's a natural highlight. It's not so over the top that when you see me in person, another freak out moment. So there we are done. I also tend to get a little white lips from my foundation, so I take that off. I have two lipsticks that I love to use right now. One is my tried and true. This is Giddy from MAC. MAC, please don't ever discontinue it. It is the best lipstick on earth. And then I also have this one I've picked up recently, so if I want a touch darker, this is Sateen Cream number 3 Lip Stories from Sephora. So I think it's just their number 3. So I can show you what these both look like. So as you can see, the MAC Giddy is a little pinkier, and then this one looks mauvier. I will say it's not as dark as it is here in the tube. I can kind of, let's be a full-on makeup influencer here and give you the swatch. So you can see here, they're not too terribly different, but the mauvey one is just a little darker. We want to do a light, airy, and fresh makeup today, so we're going to go with our Giddy. Again, simple as just rubbing it on your lips. Rub it in. If I'm super in a rush, that's all I do. If I want to have a little fuller lip, because unfortunately I am not working with the really full lips that are in style right now, so if I want to plump them up a bit, I just take this makeup pencil. And so this one is, I think, German exclusive. So if you're here, you can pick this up at any DM. This is from Trended Up, which is one of their house lines, I think. So this costs $2. It's my very, very, very favorite lip pencil. It's really creamy, it doesn't dry, it doesn't crease. So let's see if I can show you guys that. Yeah, there we go, Trended Up. And this one is color 420. So I just go along the line of my lip, drawing out a little bit. This is called Cheating Nature. And then sometimes I pull it into my lipstick. So, instant lip fillers with that. Then we are getting close to the end. Really, if I'm on the go, all I do next is my mascara. This is my favorite mascara that I've ever used. I will never try anything else. Sometimes I get desperate and I have to buy something from the drugstore, but if I have my makeup with me, I use this Buxom. Sometimes I'll use the waterproof one, but it's really strong waterproof. This is just their regular one in Blackest Black. Let's see if we can get that for you. Buxom. And the reason why I love this is because of the brush. The brush is this silicone brush there, and it really grabs the hair down to the root. And I've got long eyelashes naturally, but they tend to be kind of straight. So I want something that's gonna grab it really in there and pull. So I just get down there deep into the lash line, roll it, do a little shake shake. A girl from my church, when I was first starting to do my makeup, I don't know, when I was 12, 13, taught me this little technique to really get in there, roll, and then shake all the way up. And I've been doing that ever since. So shout out to Becky Miller. I think I follow her on here, so I'll tag her. Thanks, Becky, for teaching me how to do my makeup way back when. And I like just kind of having it there on the top. It's a little bit more natural look, and it makes your eyes, I think, look a little sexier. So you can see that is my quick and easy everyday look. I think it's still really put together and clean and fresh looking. You don't look too made up, but it also is enough so that you're not going to the office looking like you just rolled out of bed. So that's it. I hope you guys liked it. I will link all of the products down below so you can have a look. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my quarantine makeup look that no one will ever enjoy, just me here in the house. So have an amazing, amazing day, guys. Enjoy this time off. Practice some self-care. Do a makeup tutorial. If you liked mine, please let me know. And next up, I will be doing my signature hair look for you. So stay tuned for that.